Phenomena. Hey, how we doing, Reid? It's
pretty good.
Wednesday, my dude. It's not Wednesday today, but
It's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday, my dude. It's Taco Tuesday. Did you have tacos today?
I did not. No, I didn't have tacos. I had what did I have? I had a salad that I packed for lunch but didn't eat.
A salad.
Yeah, that's
that
no
you
fun.
didn't
I know.
eat.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what you can expect here on the Basement Bird Show.
Onion salad.
Such interesting.
So now I had a
interesting
little
food.
one of these Baby Bell cheeses. Those little circular dudes.
Logan and Reid.
You ever
Here
get
back
these?
for
This one's the
Basement
wrapper,
Birds.
but you know.
Oh, yeah. My parents or my brother and dad really like those.
Yeah, they're good. Throw them in a lunch. You know.
My one time I was at a wedding and they brought out this little plate, and my cousin asked, "What is this?" I said, "Oh, that's the they had imported this cheese from France. It was this French cheese, Boutard cheese,
gosh.
and the Boutard cheese, you know, is this French delicacy. It's really good." And you know, you should try it. And so he picked it up and ate it. And that's when I revealed to him that it was actually just a chunk of butter. So,
The Boutard cheese.
the Boutard cheese, my friend.
Oh, you're a little trickster.
He fell for the old Boutard cheese scam.
I gotta try that. I gotta try the Boutard cheese scam.
Yeah.
That's
So,
good.
But I had an eventful week this week. As
Yeah.
per usual, crazy
Yeah.
things going on in the life of Logan. The other day we were...
Crazy
we were outside.
things in the life of Logan.
It really is. That should be the title of my novel, The Life of Logan. It would be an autobiographical piece of literature that will be taught in every English classroom from California to New York City. But before that, I have to write it. But I am currently in the content
That's the hard
gathering
part.
content gathering portion.
Okay.
Where we were
Good place to start.
outside. Yesterday, we were going to Bed Bath & Beyond because, or no, Bath & Body Works, maybe?
Oh,
I
okay.
don't
Yeah,
understand
yeah.
the stores. Cole said there was some soap sale or something.
It's
so-
definitely Bath and Body Works then.
Yes, so we had to go
Yeah.
to Bath & Body Works at the mall.
Yeah, I will say I enjoyed that. You guys were listening to some good music on the way there.
Yeah, yes. No, yes, that was the Veggie Tales. Tales.
Yeah.
Because
if you like to... Sorry.
we have a neighbor that plays the tuba outside, and so you'll just go outside and you'll hear boom, 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 and every time we do it, I'm always like boom, boom, boom. If you like to talk to tomatoes, every time without fail.
Like
We actually-
to talk to tomatoes. Sorry, I'm
We
listening
actually
to it
almost
now.
have a whole orchestra. We the other day we were outside and we heard a trumpet that was doing like a 10-gun salute. We just heard like
What? Oh, gosh.
What is that noise? And it was like a trumpet, like playing, you know,
Yeah.
like a melancholy, you know, little jive song. And I was
Yeah.
like, okay.
Sorry, I
that's
really can't
interesting.
hear you. I'm listening to the VeggieTales theme song right now.
Veggie Tales. No, that's
You
Dragon
know,
Tales.
Honestly, the only good part of the song is the start of it.
Yeah. Boom,
If
boom, boom, boom.
you like to talk to tomatoes.
Yeah, well, we should have a whole episode on crazy music. Nicole showed me.
Oh,
and
gosh.
I know we're getting off topic here, but Nicole showed me after that song. She one of her middle school music teachers would teach them music with
Oh, boy.
self-composed music, and I got to plug my camera in to make sure it doesn't die while we're filming again.
Yeah,
so
let's not
don't
do
mind
that.
me. But
Oh, gosh.
he was on Apple Music. It's some interesting stuff.
Oh, boy. Speaking of bad music, I've had this song that has popped up on my TikTok feed constantly, and it is stuck in my head, and it is absolutely terrible. I'll have to send you a TikTok of it. I'm going to do it now. You have to see this. If I have to listen to this atrocity when it pops up on my music feed, so do you, Logan. I want you to listen to it on the show right here.
Oh.
Oh my god, your camera just died.
It's
now
like
we're back.
not focusing.
It's also going black randomly. I feel like it could be a.
Dude, what is going on?
Oh gosh, technical difficulties. I'll commentate through the technical difficulties. So, Logan's currently working on his camera. He can hear me, so I don't know why I'm doing this. Oh, now he's back.
Yeah, now we're in focus, right?
Great.
No.
Nope, still fuzzy.
What in the...
Use on auto or manual focus here? What are we doing?
I was on autofocus, but obviously that is not working out.
It would appear that it's not.
Okay, well, now we're super fuzzy. Boom. Crystal clear. Okay, so I was on the road.
Okay.
We were on the road going to Bath and Body Works,
Yep.
and we have to cross under like an overpass, like one of the major Interstate 55. For those of you familiar with the Midwest, we were crossing underneath Interstate 55, and a lot around us. There's a lot of Amazon warehouses, so
Yeah, big place for Amazon where you are. Yes.
we end up getting a lot of Amazon traffic. You know, they've got the vans, and they make the weird noise when they back up. They're like, woo, 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 woo. It's
What?
not just like a backup noise.
Do you guys have the
like
electric ones?
they make like some weird noise that is not like a normal, like beep, beep. It's like a woo, woo, woo. It almost sounds like a
That's
siren.
kinda fun.
I'm like, what the heck is that?
That's kind of fun.
But we also have a lot of semi trucks because of the Amazon warehouse. So we were driving, and there was an Amazon semi truck that was waiting to get off of the highway. So it's at the light. It's off. It has exited, made the clover loop around, and so it's sitting at the light, waiting to turn left.
The cloverleaf loop around. Okay, I
The
gotcha.
cloverleaf intersection where you have to go do a loop.
I gotcha. That's a good word, Logan. That's a really good term. I like that.
Well, that's the name of the intersection type. It's the cloverleaf. There's different types of intersections.
Yeah, it's still a good term though. You know, my favorite is the diverging diamond, but
Yes,
you know about those?
I do.
Have you ever driven through a diverging diamond?
Yes, they
Really?
made
Look
one
at you.
close.
Wow.
I'll have to show it to you
Wow.
next time you're in. But anyway,
There's one thing about the diverging diamond. I discovered them in 2019 when I was interning with the baseball team down in Southern Illinois, and I drove through it, and it was the most mesmerizing thing ever, and I've been obsessed with them ever since.
that's where it flips. You're driving on the wrong side of the road, and then it comes back.
Correct. Yes.
Yes.
It eliminates left turns. There's a whole website
Yes.
dedicated to the diverging diamond. And wait,
Yes.
this is a whole map that tells you where they are. Wait a second. This is incredible. Oh my god, it's full screen. It's taking up my whole view. Sorry, keep
Wait,
talking.
Can you share your screen? I want to see it.
You want to see the big diverging diamond screen?
No, that's okay.
No, okay.
This was not a diverging diamond. This was a cloverleaf intersection.
Boo.
And the truck is waiting. Boo! Boo!
Try again. Sorry,
The
continue. I'm
Truck
gonna try to
is,
find the diverging diamond that you drove through right now.
So it was not a
I think I
diverging
got
diamond. It was not a diverging diamond.
I-55? Oh, you've been through one before, though, you said?
Yes, it's off of 55. But anyway, this
Oh,
was
wait
a
a second.
cloverleaf.
I know
This
exactly.
was-
I know this intersection.
Yes, that's what I said. I was.
Oh, wait a second.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
By
that's
the
a big
ice rink.
that's a big construction project they were doing for like the last 5 years. They were putting in a diverging diamond.
Yes.
Holy
And
cow! I didn't know that.
Definitely talked about this before.
Are you
Yes.
sure?
Yes.
I don't think so. That's incredible.
think
I need
we
to come
have.
visit, and we need to go drive through this thing, and we'll put it on the social media.
Okay.
Wow, that's pretty
well,
sick. Sorry.
Next
continue.
time you come in, we can do that.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry. My bad.
So anyway, the Amazon truck is waiting to turn left off of the highway, and this particular intersection is a hot spot for homeless people. So
Okay.
they panhandle outside of what was that?
Could you hear that?
I did. What the heck was that?
I don't know. Someone like dropped something upstairs.
Oh,
I'm gonna have to
like,
go back
whoa.
and listen to when when we're done with this episode. Sorry, continue.
Amazon truck waiting to turn left. There's a homeless person there at the intersection. The Amazon truck is second in line. So we stop because the light turns red. Now, I'm not sure what happened.
What is going on?
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
There was a noise.
What?
Okay.
What is Nicole doing up there?
I have no idea. It was turning left, waiting to turn left. Light turns green, and so I don't know if the car in front of him didn't go fast enough, or if the homeless person. I don't. What are you doing up there? What are you banging on the floor?
Oh my gosh.
Stop dropping and rolling. We're trying to record a podcast. Are you on fire? No. It sounds like you're on fire, like you're stop, drop, and rolling.
Oh my gosh, that's incredible. What
Yeah,
what
I
is
don't
she
know
doing?
I have no idea. She's hitting something with a
gosh.
hammer is what it sounds like.
Oh well. Good Lord. At least it's not you.
So the Amazon truck is turning left. The homeless person, light turns green. I don't know what happened. I don't know if the homeless person was doing something he shouldn't have been doing. Because we've also seen, the homeless people in this particular intersection do some rather obscene things.
Okay.
And so all of a sudden, as I turn to look at the truck, I see, and Nicole sees this too. She was there. We see a whole, like what looks like trash can full of trash flung out the window of the semi-truck in the direction of the homeless person. Now, I don't know if it was directed at the homeless person or if the person was just frustrated. There was horns happening.
You're like,
So I'm not sure what exactly the issue was, but I thought to myself, I
That's kind of
live
odd.
I'm a relatively normal person, right? I ride my unicycle just like the next guy does.
You
But
are your father's
What I
son,
don't
though.
understand is how I can always run into these situations that
Yeah.
are so obscure
It's like it.
that are
it-
just I can't even
Yeah.
make it up. And so my question to you,
it's like you got a magnet.
yeah, it really
Yeah.
is. But my question to you is,
Yeah.
what is your? Do you? I mean, do you have any situation that is remotely close to this that you've just? I mean, from your entire life. I mean, this is yesterday for
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
This is Monday afternoon in
Yeah.
July or in June.
I don't know. I'm trying to think. Wow. Oh boy. This isn't very weird, but I was driving to Pittsburgh the one time, about a 2-hour drive, okay? And I
Sure.
followed someone the entire way that was riding their brakes.
Like their brake lights were on the
The
whole
brake
way
lights
there.
were on. Like they were driving with 2 feet, and their left foot was just resting on the brake enough to put the light on. I'm like, this person's going to get to Pittsburgh, and they're going to have no brakes left.
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
I've seen that before where
Yeah?
the brake lights don't turn off.
Yeah.
So I don't know
it's
if
'cause
that's
they're-
like a.
It's because they're riding their brakes.
But I mean, people don't really drive like that, do they?
Some people
Or you
do
think
that
it's
didn't learn
a
correctly.
problem with the car? But
I don't know. I,
mean,
think it's operator error.
there's a lot of people on the road, a lot of people that should not be driving that operate.
Yeah. I was gonna say there's a lot of people on the road and a lot of
2,000-pound
dumb people on
pieces
the
of
road.
machinery that haul,
Yeah.
you know what, down the road.
Yeah. I don't
But-
exactly understand how to drive.
No. So I don't understand. Yeah, that's concerning.
Yeah, it was very interesting. It took me a minute to figure out like what was happening. But I'm like, wait a second, this guy is just riding his brakes. This is insane. So that was very odd.
And I credit to you that you just chose to follow this person the entire way to Pittsburgh. Like
Within a
I would've
very
been like,
safe distance. Well, not the whole. I was probably behind them, not the whole way. Probably like for 45 minutes before I got around them. But it was, it was kind of weird. I'm like, what's going on here? Like, this is really weird. I don't think you're supposed to be doing that, pal. But
You struck me
I don't
as a
know.
guy who only drives in the right lane. Like you never come out of the right lane ever.
No, around here I'm in the left lane a lot because people drive slow around here.
Oh yeah, you did tell me that.
Yeah, people drive slow. The best part too, get this, okay? So I always know that if I'm behind a slow driver, there is I should add context first. For context, I live in an apartment complex where the average age of the tenants here is probably over 60 years old. Okay, like
Reid's over here living in a retirement community.
like if it wasn't for me and my buddy who I work with who's my age, the average age, like we probably bring the average age down significantly, because of how young we are. So I know that if I get stuck behind a slow driver on my way home from work, there is a probably 50% chance that I'm going to follow them right back to this apartment complex because they live here, which is hilarious.
You should just cut them off. Be like, you know what? I need to teach you a lesson. I need to teach you a lesson, old man.
Yeah, that's how I'm going to get rear-ended, though.
No, they're old people. They're not rear. They're not looking for confrontation. Are you kidding me?
Are they looking for their brake pedal in time? That's what matters, Logan.
Well,
regardless if they want confrontation or not.
that is. But I mean, it appears that everyone's just riding their brakes the whole time anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, there's some interesting drivers around here. People, I love the people that when you have two turn lanes, that they're in the right turn lane at the stoplight, and they somehow make their way to the left when they make the turn. It's like, excuse me, where are you going?
That bothers me.
Stay in your lane.
Literally, stay in your lane.
Literally,
buddy.
Stay in your lane.
That same intersection.
I don't think I've had any really weird driving stories though.
Well, we also, while we were in the car yesterday with Nicole, we were driving, and she's like, "What is this on my window?" And I'm looking, and it's like this little black mark that looks like it's like a chip or something. I was like,
"That's no good."
Not like one that you eat, but like out of the windshield, And so I'm
Are
like,
you telling me there's not a potato chip on the windshield?
Yeah, there was not.
Gosh,
it was
what
like
the
a
heck, man?
chip of glass. I'm like, what is this? I'm like, that's making me nervous. So like the whole time, like while all this is going on with the semi truck, I keep looking. I'm like, what the heck is that thing? You know. So we got to the mall, and I go out and I'm looking at it. I'm like, it doesn't look like it's indented. And I took my finger and tried to like get it off. It was bird.
Yeah.
It was bird poop. It was bird poop. It was bird poop that I then got onto my finger.
That'll do it.
Yeah. No, not good. Yeah, so
that's how they get you, though. That's how they get you, Logan. You can't be rubbing the bird poop off,
No poop for you. It's not no soup for you. It's no poop for you.
Yeah, I just thought about this too. If I were to, I feel like the most times that I experience weird drivers is when I bike, not so much when I drive. Because when I am biking, I am a lot more aware of the drivers, because I'm not trying to die, for lack of a better term.
Fair enough.
So I'm much more aware of the drivers when I am biking. And there's some weird people, mostly just people that don't know how to bike or how to drive around bikes on the road, Like, they will pull up to a stoplight, see me coming, they will get there first, and I'll go to put my foot down. And, like, they've been sitting there probably a good 20 seconds knowing that I'm coming, and they will wave me through. I'm like, how about you just go, Just drive your car. Drive your car, please, Because I don't want to guess what you're going to do, Just please be a little predictable here. It's not that difficult, but for some people it can be.
I knew a guy who had a bike in Chicago. He lives in Chicago. He rode his bike everywhere. He'd ride it from Chicago to Bloomington, Normal, Illinois. Like do like an 8-hour.
Yeah, opposed to abnormal.
No, I didn't say no. I didn't say Bloomington Normal. Yeah, that's the town in Illinois, Central Illinois.
That was the joke. I knew that.
So that's a no joke ride.
Yeah. I could do that in my sleep, but
he would tell me about some of his friends who would carry like a screwdriver on the bike, and cars would do some things, and they take the screwdriver and kind of just give the old on the way by of the car. And,
what?
And yeah, dude, it's ruthless out there in the big cities.
I can't say I've ever done that. Definitely haven't done that, but I don't.
You're not in Pennsylvania anymore when you see bikers with screwdrivers.
I don't bike in a big city, which is probably good, or else I maybe was going to say screwing people, but that's not it.
Anyway, it's time for odd news.
Oh, it sure is.
Odd news.
Odd news.
Can we get a soundbite of that?
Odd news.
You sound like an alien when you say that. Odd news.
Odd news. It's time for odd news, ladies and gentlemen. Oh!
That was good.
All right.
Shebang, shaboom.
Shebang. You
Shaboozy.
want to go first?
Yeah, I suppose I'll go first. I'm going to start off, for once in this podcast in a while, I'm not talking about a record that our good friend David Rush broke.
Oh, man, I love David Rush.
I am sorry or you're welcome, depending on how you feel about the records that David Rush is breaking.
Okay.
This one takes us to Tennessee in Rutherford County. There's a zebra on the loose.
You know the governor of Tennessee is Kane, the wrestler?
No,
Or
he's
Knox
not.
County. He was the mayor of Knox County.
I was going to say,
Knoxville,
there's
Tennessee.
no way that Knox
Glenn
County...
Jacobs. His name is Glenn Jacobs.
And he was a wrestler?
Mayor of Knox County. Yeah, he was
Oh my
Kane,
gosh,
the
yeah.
wrestler, the brother of The Undertaker. Anyway,
What
continue.
the heck?
That's
Was he
odd
like
in
the
itself.
actual brother of The Undertaker? Or
No, in the storyline,
his character
yeah, but-
was? Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. Okay, well, that's not real, so that's okay.
Anyway, okay.
Yeah, sorry. What? So this takes us to Tennessee, Rutherford County. There was a oh wait, I'm reading this now. Hold up. Oh, okay. So the zebra escaped from its owner's home and went for a run on the highway. They said the zebra arrived at its new home Friday. This would have been last week, and escaped less than 24 hours later. So whatever this new owner did to contain the zebra obviously was not working. It caused chaos on Interstate 24. It was seen running through traffic on both sides of the highway. So they closed the interstate in both directions, which, gosh, could you imagine getting stuck in rush hour traffic because there's a zebra running around?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen wild things.
But shocker, the zebra was not contained to the pavement, of course, because it's a zebra. It doesn't know what a road is. It escaped into a nearby wooded area.
Oh.
It continued through Sunday, searched it, and the animal remained unaccounted for on Monday morning. And the crazy thing, this is a great last line, zebras are legal to keep as pets in Tennessee without special permits.
What?
Yeah.
That's kind of weird.
So I'm going to look up to see if Rutherford County has any updates on the zebra. Eastbound lanes are now open after the zebra disappeared into the woods. That's a great line in and of itself.
While you're looking that up, can we discuss if zebras are black with white stripes or white with black stripes?
Isn't it been scientifically proven that they are black with white stripes?
I don't know. It's possible. I haven't heard that, but
This is great. Last we have heard from them, the owner of the missing zebra just notified the sheriff's office dispatch the animal remains at large. Several professional tracking
it's
groups
a
are
bank
involved.
robber.
A canine search was scheduled for today.
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
I wonder. I guess that makes sense. I've never heard of
This is
a
incredible.
canine search for an animal before. I mean, humans,
Yeah.
yes.
Can
But I
canines
guess, I mean, how
sniff
do you,
out
like,
zebras?
Like, oh, here's some hay that the zebra was by. Like, sniff
That's
this.
good.
And
That's
find,
good.
Like, like, how do you? It's not like they have clothes. You'd be like, oh, here's the zebra's, windbreaker. You can sniff and then find this trail. How do you?
Yeah.
They're
yeah,
not dogs aren't
not
trained
sure.
to find zebras like that.
Yeah. I'm
is
not,
interesting in itself.
Yeah, that is very interesting. I don't really know what exactly that the canine would do. That is an interesting thing. I really didn't think about that, but yeah, not 100% sure. I guess they could sniff out a zebra. Why not?
Sure, I guess. You know what they can't sniff out though?
What?
Bees.
Bees.
Quick anecdote. One time when I was in 6th grade, I had parent-teacher night, and my one of my favorite teachers of all time taught. I forget what the class was. It was basically like home ec kind of, where we learned about various things.
It was such a
It was
good.
like health. It was like I don't know.
It was such a good class that you forgot what it was called.
Correct. And so
Nice.
parent teacher night. My parents go, and in this class, the teacher had the parents write down various things that stress them out. Work.
My son
kids,
Logan.
money. Yeah, my son Logan. So the next day in class, they didn't put the name on it or anything, and they wanted to keep it anonymous. So next day in class, the teacher starts. She's like, "Oh, I had your parents write this stuff down. I'm going to read some of them now, just so you guys know that your parents get stressed out too. It's not just you. Like you got a lot going on, but so do they, and all this stuff." And so, she is. She's reading work. Oh, I just got a new job. This is stressful. My wife's sick. And then she gets to a piece of paper, and all it says on the piece of paper is bees.
Bees.
Bees. Like B-E-E-S.
Yes.
And at this point in time, I just immediately start dying laughing because I am well aware of the situation. We had a bee infestation inside the eave of the house, outside the front door. And I know it was stressing my dad out.
Yeah.
But my teacher was like, bees?
Bees.
Dad, you talking about bees? What does that mean?
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
She's like, what about A's and C's? I was like, yeah, that's a valid point. So that was my funny bee anecdote about my dad who wrote bees on a piece of paper.
Yeah.
But recently in Washington, a truck rolled over and released 14 million bees into the air. 14
Oh, that's
million.
a lot of bees.
That's a lot of bees.
That is a not insignificant amount of bees.
Crash on Washington Road
Gosh.
set an estimated 14 million bees loose near the Canadian border,
Hold
causing
up. One second. Did
roadway
they say
to be
14 million?
closed. 14 million.
That's
bees.
a lot of bees.
That's a lot of bees.
Wow.
Whatcom County Sheriff's Office said the truck was carrying more than 70,000 pounds of honeybee hives when it
Holy
rolled
cow.
over on Friday. The crash was initially reported to be 250 million bees, but was later amended to 14 million bees.
Someone got the number a little wrong.
How many bees was it? How many bees?
Could you imagine the guy that made that estimate? And they're like, how many bees? He's like, no, 25 million. And then he comes back an hour later. He's like,
No, 250 million.
or 250 million. He's like, guys, I'll admit, I got the number a little wrong. It's only 14.
14 million.
That's
So
incredible.
the roadway, this closed
I
down the
can't get
road.
over the number.
This roadway was closed for 24 hours.
Holy.
And get this, they had
That's
to
a whole
call in
day.
more than 24 beekeepers. They called in the
gosh.
reinforcements, men wearing the funny hats and white
Yeah.
suits to clean this up. And the goal, this is what the sheriff's office said on social media,
Oh,
the goal
yeah.
was to save as many bees as possible. Hive boxes were trying to be found, but I saw on TikTok.
Hive boxes?
Yes, hive boxes.
Okay. I follow. I got you. My bad.
And so they said that what they were going to try and do is recover some of the queens and move the queens to
Yes,
a secure
queen.
location, a secondary location. And the bees, not
Don't
knowing
let
John
the
Mulaney,
bees, the bees don't know the number one rule of getting kidnapped is you don't let them take you to the second
you don't
location.
let them go to the secondary location.
Yeah. These bees just aren't smart.
Yeah, so then go to the
That's
secondary
probably
location.
why they escaped.
And then they're caught.
Yeah.
The initial thought on what appeared to be the cause of the crash was
yeah.
the driver failing to adequately navigate a turn. And you know what? There might have been a homeless person. He might have been throwing trash out the window. We don't know what was going on here.
The driver couldn't drive.
But the driver could not drive. And I
So
tell you
the
what,
truck
there's
tipped.
a video here
Oh,
of
okay.
all these bees.
Of the driver not driving.
There's nobody in the truck, so I don't
okay.
know. I don't know how you get that gig driving bees in a truck,
Mm-hmm.
but don't do it. That's all I have to say about that.
Don't
do it.
Don't do it.
No bees. I hate bees. Bees scare me.
Yeah,
Their
I would
stingers
not. Yeah.
Sting. Not fun to get stung
Yeah, I would
by
not
a
want to.
buzz.
I would not want to be a
buzz for
beekeeper.
logo.
Can't say I would.
There's
absolutely
bees
not.
at the school that I work at. They have there's honeybees.
What?
And they one time tried the beehives. Yeah, they tried to get me to go take
Honeybees
pictures.
don't. They don't sting though, correct?
That is false. That is false information.
Oh, I've been lied to.
Honeybees sting. Maybe they
Are
don't
those the
leave
stinger
the
ones?
stinger in you. I don't
don't know.
But I try and avoid bees at all possible.
Yeah,
cases.
all around bad time with bees. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I once got stung by a bee while riding my bike.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it landed on my hand. Probably got confused as to why it was moving, and was like, sting, bzz, And I'm like, oh my, it hurt like a, it hurt a lot. It was not ideal.
Yeah. Yeah. So
That's my bee story.
These are no fun, but what is fun is the Basement Birds, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Social media, you can keep up with us, all of our fun times. You can see Reid's bee sting, even though nobody wants to see that.
That's not a recent story. That was like 4 years ago that happened.
Well, you can see us reminisce about Reid's bee sting on social media.
I like that. Yeah, that's good. That's good.
TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify at Basement Birds. That's
Yep.
where we can you can find us full episodes on YouTube and Spotify.
Oh yeah.
Pleasure, Mr. Reid. We'll catch y'all
Did you work at Chick-fil-A?
on the next one. I do actually. I had some chicken nuggies last week. from
Oh,
Chick-fil-A, I'll tell you
okay,
what.
okay, yeah, good stuff.
Chick-fil-A sauce is no joke. No
yeah.
joke. I
Now
love
Nicole's
that sauce.
concerned about why you're making so much noise.
Well, she likes it too. But anyway, all right. We'll catch you all in the next one.
See ya.